Tri-State Outing Knicks post-game show. The Knicks at red-hot Dallas, and they get another win. R.J. Barrett had 18. The Knicks went up by 28 in the third quarter. The lead was cut to 14. Luka Doncic had 17 in the third quarter, but great D there. And Julius Randle, 19 of his 26 in the second half. Back in his native Dallas, and the Knicks beat the Mavs 107-77. That's the best D the Knicks have played all year long. Fewest points the Knicks opponent has scored all season. Great to have you with us from our Delta MSG studio. Bill Pito, Alan Hahn, Wally Zerbiak. We are entering developing situation territory.
Oh, yes, we are.
Because the Hawks lost tonight, the Hornets lost tonight, and the Knicks, Wally, are 3.5 games behind each in that race for 9 and 10. With 16 games left.
Let's go. They got the Hawks one more time on the schedule. They have the Hornets 2 more times on the schedule. So those are going to be huge games that are a whole one-game swing in the standings. Randle's playing great basketball, and with him being as focused as he is, this team looks like they're ready to make a push towards the end of the season. The way Barrett is playing is phenomenal. Now the rotation pieces are starting to click. Guys aren't looking over their shoulders, wondering if they're going to be pulled out of the game if they make a mistake. They know they're getting quality minutes. Sometimes when the rotation kind of tightens up, you get to get comfortable as a player and really get into rhythm as long as you're producing. You have to produce when you get minutes in order to, earn minutes into the rotation. And right now, top to bottom, everyone is performing, playing at a high level, and the Tom Thibodeau defense is starting to win out and starting to play on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and I mean, it is something that we said in the pregame that I think it bears repeating because of we've all lived through some of the heartbreaking losses this team has had where they've gone up double-digit leads. It was only a couple of games ago we showed you that stat where they had gone 7 games, they had a double-digit lead in 6 of them and ended up losing those games during that losing streak. And you just think, like, wow, I mean, when does a team like this just finally feel like it's not our season? And they just keep fighting game after game, and that says a lot about this group. And it was something that Julius Randle said after the loss to the Suns and just, the frustration off that game. And he said, it's got to turn. Like, you can feel it. Like, the guys are there. We're locked in. It's got to turn. And since then, it's starting to turn.
And this is against really good competition. Dallas had won 11 out of 13, one of the hottest teams in the league, in the West. And the Knicks, they outscored them, Wally, 17-1 during a stretch tonight from the first to the second quarter. You take into account what they did against the Kings, and they had outscored in back-to-back halves the opposition by 58 points. 31 in the second half the other night, and 27 in the first half tonight. How's that for back-to-back halves?
It just shows that the Knicks' ceiling is really high, and this is what we envision this team being capable of doing. They can beat anyone in the NBA on any given night when they play up to their capabilities, and it all starts with Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett. Those two are the key cogs. Then when Evan Fournier chips in some of those threes like he's been doing of late, and again, Taj Gibson being in the lineup. I mean, it's a chemistry thing. It's a karma thing. It's a being a pro. You need pros on the basketball floor in order to win basketball games in this league, especially when your backs are against the wall. Right now, the Knicks' backs are against the wall. They're playing with desperation. That clip of Tom Thibodeau looking like he is not going to sleep until April 10th to make sure that the Knicks are in the play-in playoff scenario. Did you see the look on his face?
He did sit down for the final couple minutes, though.
Well, he deserves to sit down. But if you want anyone to just grind their way to the end of the season, that is the coach that is going to do it.
That's right.
I mean, he is going to do anything and everything possible. He will exhaust every little bit of game tape to get this team prepared to make a push when it looks so dark and gloomy. It did 3 games ago. And I give him a lot of credit. I give these players a lot of credit. I give the coaching staff a lot of credit because you play all 82 games. That's what you're paid to do. That's why you're paid so well. And that's what this Knicks team is doing right now.
Let's also just point out the fact that the Dallas Mavericks missed their first 19 three-pointer attempts in this game. I mean, who would ever seen anything like that?
They went 6 for 44 for the game.
Missing your first 19 shots.
By the way, that roster
looks.
doesn't scare me at all. When I saw that starting lineup, I was like, Knicks are going to win this game. I can't believe this team has won 5 in a row.
The 38 threes
their
they
record
missed
since Christmas is ridiculous. Like, they have been winning at a high rate.
They have no shot blocking.
No, they
Teams
don't.
are going to start attacking the rim and just pounding them. I mean, Porzingis, I know, whatever. Like, they move on from him, but they need a rim protector. I mean, I'm sorry. Powell is not getting it
They were
done
looking for one at the
protecting
trade deadline.
rim.
They certainly were.
They need someone to protect the rim because the Knicks just abused them going to the basket. Randle did whatever he wanted. R.J. Barrett put his head down and blew by anyone. I mean, it was just a parade to the rim, and there was no resistance.
Dallas missed 38 threes, the most they've ever missed in the history of the franchise. And that's what helped the Knicks so much last year, was missed opponent threes.
How about the ovation?
Reggie Bullock went 0 for 8.
How about the ovation they got when he finally hit a three with like 40 seconds, what was it, 40 seconds left in the, 47 seconds left in the half. He hits a three to end it, went 1 for 20, and the whole place, like an ovation. It became a joke, like could not make a three. So that was a huge part, obviously, of the first half. But really the story in the second half is the Knicks made sure, because Luka did all he could in that third quarter. 17 points to get them back. They got it to 14. Tibbs calls a timeout, 2 minutes to go. They make sure they finish that quarter strong. And who led the way? Julius Randle. I mean, he was so strong in those last 2 minutes to make sure that third quarter didn't end with that deficit down, maybe even to single digits, the way Luka was playing. Randle was fantastic, and as you said, with no shot blockers out there, he stopped settling for shots, stopped settling for threes, although, of course, on cue, he will make a three there. But he started attacking the basket. He banks that one in. You know it's your night. You know he loves playing in Dallas. We talked about that in the pregame. But this is the stuff I love. This is when he goes into beast mode. What do you say? He puts the defender in the blender. He drives to the basket with authority.
And these are the buckets when he just did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, Dorian Finney-Smith is the leader of this strong enough to stop
He
him.
is the big money player. When the Dallas Mavericks thought they had hope, Julius Randle just shut the door and slammed it right in their face. And that's what he has to do. And he did that tonight. He wasn't having a great game up to that point. He struggled a little bit in the first half. But when the Knicks needed baskets, he put his head down. He got the big clutch hoops that they needed. And he just said, he stepped on Dallas's throat. He said, nope, not tonight. I'm ending this game right here in the third quarter, putting this lead back up to 20. That's what second-team All-NBA guys and All-Stars do.
We haven't had a step on their throat reference all season. This is the first one of the year.
This was a good one.